welcome to No Movies in Hell. I'm Chris Geiger.
I'm LaCroix Scott, and today we are reviewing Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Part 1. This came out a couple weeks ago. I saw it opening weekend, but not like early opening weekend. I saw it like on the tail end, so I didn't want to sit with a lot of other people and watch it. The theater was still crowded. I mean, there were a lot of people there. It wasn't sold out though, the screening I went to.
Okay.
What did you think?
So, same. I saw it opening weekend. There weren't too many. It wasn't sold out, but it was quite crowded at Alamo Drafthouse. And I mean, I saw the last. So, for context, I'm not. I haven't followed the series. I think I've seen bits and pieces of first and second one through, like, when it comes on television, for example. And so the first full film I saw was the one 5 years ago, with Henry Cavill. And I obviously know that it used to be the franchise used to be a television series. So in seeing this film, I had kind of no expectations going in. I think the action sequences are great. I think the acting is to be desired. But I understand that, Tom Cruise, oh my gosh, I almost called him Tom Hanks, and I this is how tired I am. I just, I get like his lane is action, and I think that's great. I was a little disappointed in how the women characters were portrayed. And I felt that way in like the last film I saw, the last Mission Impossible film I saw, but like this one was very glaring to me, and maybe it's because endemically this has been a series from like the 60s, where Ethan Hunt is like the main character and everything kind of revolves around him, and it's more action and technical achievement than acting anyway. But there's lots of fans of this series, and that's what they come for, to see trains crash and people scaling walls and things like that. Scaling buildings, running, jumping, stunt work, and I think it's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, right? It's like a Fast and the Furious movie, but done really well, right? It doesn't necessarily have to make sense.
Fast and Furious films are really good. They are like the West Coast Mission Impossible.
I'm not saying that the Fast and the Furious movies aren't good. I'm just saying that they don't always make a ton of sense from a plot perspective.
I think they do their female characters better in terms of giving them things to do other than die. At least they get dialogue.
Fair. So yeah, I mean, I think that it was fun. They do best in class stunt work and action scenes, right? Like I watched a thing where it said they actually built that train because they didn't have any extra trains laying around in Europe that they could just borrow and crash. So they had to build that train from nothing so that they could film that sequence, which is amazing.
That I have to say, that was quite entertaining and very good sequence in terms of like action and thriller, because it was like, oh no, what's going to happen? Of course you know what's going to happen, but like the how is very important here.
Right. And I like a lot of the side characters. Like I like Rebecca Ferguson a lot. I like seeing her in different things, and I'm sad that she's gone. Spoiler alert.
Are we sure about that?
We're not 100% sure, but I feel like it seemed pretty definitive. I mean, I liked it for what it is. I have seen all of them, but this is the first one I saw on the big screen. I watched all the other ones during the pandemic at home.
Okay.
on my TV.
Is this one of your favorite ones, or?
I don't know. I guess maybe
Okay.
I would have to see part two.
Okay. Just like the James Bond, franchise, where I feel like a lot of people have affinity to um, certain films. I imagine that folks that really like Mission Impossible have the same. So it's like, do you like Dead Reckoning Part One? I forgot what the last one was called.
I forget too. I just call them by their numbers.
Wait, which one is this one? Nine?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh,
So I'm
well, it's
not
getting
doing a
a
very
part
good job.
two, so I'm assuming that like it's probably up there somewhere. I don't know.
Right, right. And I feel like it may be because this is a two-parter that maybe this is the end of at
Mm.
least this format. I don't know. But it seems like otherwise, why would you make it a two-parter?
That's true. I mean, in thinking about, so I guess spoiler alert, Haley Atwell's character then makes it seem as though she's ready to take over for Ethan Hunt towards the end of the film. Never know, because they could just do something else with part two, but I thought that was interesting and more progressive, but yeah, I don't know. And maybe I did like from the scorecard, like maybe I judge this a little more tempered, because I was just so disappointed that like these female characters, like literally like 2 out of 3 died. There are flashbacks to another death. Um, Blockchain doesn't work that way.
Uh, I do feel like they're positioning Haley Atwell for something. And that's
Yeah, I mean
smart, right? Or,
she's great in the like Marvel. She was she's been in in a ton of Marvel franchise, so action, she's there, which is great. And if she is positioning to take over, then I think that there will be like a new audience. Will the stunts be the same? Hopefully. I mean, the train sequence actually is just very impressive.
for sure. I think it's a smart move from the studio perspective. Tom Cruise is getting older. He's also highly risk tolerant. So, like, he could be in an accident at any moment.
I mean, does he insure himself at this point?
It doesn't matter. Even if he's insured, then if something terrible happens to him, like they can't make any more Mission Impossibles with Ethan Hunt.
Well, I mean, they could put AI on someone else's body. I'm joking. I really hope that doesn't happen.
I hope that doesn't happen too. But yeah, so you gave this an average score across the board, which
I did. Maybe when I was, did I do? I feel like I did my scores like maybe immediately after uh seeing the film, but I do think that like that train stunt was really great. So I would maybe adjust my score to like special effects. That would
fair.
probably get it to like a 21. Yeah, I'd probably get it to a 21 or 20.5. But
All
I mean,
right.
it's okay
I give it a 3 on jewelry
by my
because the
standards.
key. Uh, and I would recommend it to people. I thought they could have done more with the soundtrack. Um, but yeah, I thought it was good. Um, all right. Do you have anything to plug in this episode? Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you next time.